Today is June 7th, 2020. Welcome and thank you for joining the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living's Sunday morning service. I am consciously aware of being an individualized, embodied expression of Creator Source God, known today for you as Mortonette. And I'm honored to be giving today's message. So I'm going to jump right in. Whew! Wow. There's so much going on in the world. During these unfamiliar, uncertain times, let me remind you of what is certain. We have been given very, very clear instructions of what to do and how to think to keep safe, out of harm's way, and live in peace, health, kindness, and self-control. That's what is certain. We are also told that perfect love casts out all fear and overcometh all things, which, by the way, is the title of today's message. Love overcometh all things. I know the emotional atmosphere of the world today is one of absolute confusion, fear, uncertainty, and right now, here in the United States, lots of anger. Lots of anger. And though these feelings may be justified, we must manage our emotions because they are energy in motion, moving and attracting back to you the exact emotions you send out. And I want you to be absolutely clear about that, because nothing can come into your life experience uninvited. And how do we invite things into our life? By giving our attention to it. You see, where your attention goes, your energy flows. And where your energy flows is where you're vibrating. And wherever you're vibrating, that is a frequency location. Now, Einstein put it like this. Everything has its own vibrational frequency. Like a TV channel. It's connected to certain wave band frequency that will allow you to see whatever is on that particular station. Einstein said, match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that quality. It can be no other way. Now, this is not philosophy, he said. He said, this is physics. And I said all this because this also applies to the way your spiritual powers work. This is why we are told what the fruits of the Spirit are, so we can deliberately and consciously align our thoughts and our emotions with them. Because these qualities assure us of experiencing the qualities they offer. Those emotions, I should say, assure us of experiencing the quality they offer. I said all this because this also applies to the way our spiritual powers work. This is why we are told what the fruits of the Spirit are, so we can deliberately and consciously align our thoughts and emotions with them to be assured of experiencing the qualities they offer. That's why we're told if there's anything that's lovely and of good report to think on these things. And let me just tell you what the fruits of the Spirit are. The fruits of the Spirit are love, peace, joy, happiness, compassion, patience, harmony, kindness, and self-control. And what's so important about these is that against these things there is no law, there's no power, no weapon formed against them shall prosper, and all who rise up and whatever who rise up against them shall fail. They shall fall. Now, the word all includes everything, so that would include the viruses, chaos, injustices, all of those things. If we are operating according to our instructions, we have been given instructions as to how to live this life. We've been told that God has given us everything for life and godliness. But it's up to us to do our part. we can be safe and secure and create a world of peace, a world of harmony, a world that gets along, if we do what we're supposed to do. Now, I know you say, but how can I think about things that are lovely and a good report when all this madness is going on in the world? And I say, it's not going to be easy. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a challenge, a big challenge. It's going to be a challenge to focus on things that are lovely and a good report when the media is blasting disturbances constantly. But as long as you're in a body, as long as you're in one of these vehicles here, there will always be two narratives going on, always. And that's why you have to choose, who will you serve? Who are you going to follow? Are you going to follow the instructions and the narratives of God, of Source? Or are you going to follow the narratives and what's going on in the world and how the things that they say make us react emotionally? Remember, whatever you're feeling, you attract to you. And whatever you're attracting to you, you think about. And whatever you think about, you experience. So that means you must deny the outside world's view and its narrative. Because, like I said before, when we focus on the narrative of the media instead of what we have been instructed to do, our frequencies get caught up in that, and we bring problems into our lives because of it. It's not going to be easy. I said that before as well, and I want to keep saying that because a lot of times we don't want to put the effort in getting what we really say we want. We say we want a world of peace. We say we want to be healthy. We say we want to be harmony and have self-control. But then we don't want to do what we're instructed to do to have that. The media right now is like, it's keeping everybody's attention on everything but things that are lovely and of good report. So, for those of you who may be asking yourself, how can I deny the world's narrative when it's right in front of my face? The injustices are right in front of my face. The virus is right in front of my face. All of these things is right in front of my face. Well, I'm going to tell you something. We got to go the spiritual way. Now, the way you deny something is not to fight it. It is to replace it. And as a co-creator, we have been given the power of the spoken word to create things. We are told that life and death are in the power of the tongue. So what we speak has power. And so if we replace it by speaking things that are related to the fruits of the Spirit, we will then start changing the narrative, changing the frequency, changing the vibration that these words give. Woo! I'm just so, right now I could just run around the table or something because it's a painful thing that's happening in our world right now. The fear, we're told we don't have the spirit of fear. But everybody is running around scared. And then the George Floyd incident, murder in plain daylight. That has the whole world upset because we have to do something about this. And as a co-creator, as we use the power that we have within ourselves, we become the source of a stronger frequency. But because the fruits of the Spirit, love and peace and all those things, they are stronger, more powerful energies than the fear, the anger, the hate, and the injustices. So, back to the denial. You've got to deny those emotions of anger, those emotions of fear, all of the lower vibrating emotions. You've got to deny those and use every ounce of your self-discipline to vibrate in the high mind of the divine truth and to operate in the vibrations of the fruits of the Spirit. I'm going to say them again. Love and peace and joy, happiness, compassion, patience, harmony, self-control, and kindness. These energies, these vibrations rest peacefully in our heart. And against these frequencies, there is no power, there is no law. So right now, let's talk about the mechanism of love. Because love is the frequency above all others. Yes, love overcometh all things. So now, this is a happy thing right here, because the magic of true love, divine love, flows from the human heart. It flows from the human heart. Let me just tell you, I want to ask you a question. When you picture the heart, don't you think of love? Or if you see a picture of a heart, it makes you think of something that's about love, right? Well, anyway, for me it does. And right now I'm going to talk about the human heart and how it is designed as the mechanism of love. The heart. It is the software and is already hardwired and connected to the frequency of love, which overcomes all things. You see, every time you focus on and dwell in the frequencies of the fruits of the Spirit, you no longer have to worry about how you're going to take care of yourself, what's going to happen in my life, what's going on. You don't have to worry about any of those things. How? Source God, God of all, has given us everything we need for life and godliness, because we have in our possession the ultimate love frequency generator, which is the human heart. It's placed right here, almost smack dab in the center of the body, so there could be no mistake about its function or where it's located. It's right in the middle. Well, scientifically it's off to the left just a little bit, but basically it's right there. Basically it's right in the middle. So I want to take a moment right now for you to send a smile. Take a deep breath in and send a smile down into your heart. Give it some attention and appreciation right now, and it will reward you, because the heart has incredible intelligence, and that frequency that you sent down in there of appreciation will give it renewed strength and energy, because appreciation is the vibrational frequency of regeneration for the body. Now, who knew? Whenever you appreciate something, whatever you focus on, it starts rebuilding. It's designed that way by our Creator. I think that's wonderful. And for those of you that want more information, even deeper information about the heart, I suggest that you go on, you can Google Heart Math, the Heart Math site, and they have done all this research. Did you know that if we take care of our bodies, our heart, being designed by its very design, has been designed to take care of itself? It can function without care, cleaning, repairing, or replacements for 100 years. Now, how awesome is that? And think about this. The beat of the heart is with us from the beginning of our life to the end. The heart, they say, weighs like 10 ounces, 10-ounce muscle. And it is managing the issues of our life. This whole life experience is managed. You cannot have a life experience without the heart beating, without it doing this function. And it has the intelligence to handle our life issues. Science has discovered the heart has its own brain. Who knew that? Which is far superior to our head brain in many ways, in many of its functions, I should say, because the heart has more brain cells in it. The heart brain has more brain cells in it than the brain cells in this brain. Who knew? So this makes the heart is capable of directing our intelligence because it has its own nervous system and it talks to our head brain and activates the frequencies of the fruits of the spirit there. So why is all this important? Because I want you to know the fruits of the spirit, they affect our physical bodies. Immunity, strength, the ability to heal and stay strong. And it activates the love frequency, which, as you know, I've been saying it all day, overcomes all things. So these emotions, each of them send different signals from the heart to the head brain, and they change how we perceive, which allows us to think differently. That's why the heart is so important. That's why it's so important for you to be in alignment and in focus and put your attention on the fruits of the spirit. The brain in the heart sends more information to the head than the head sends to the heart. Let me close with this. What you feel is what you attract. You bring about what you think about. And though you may be justified in why you feel the way you do, choose to feel the fruits of the Spirit. Don't lower your feelings to anger, fear, and hate. Maintain your alignment to the God-given design to keep you safe and clear out of harm's way. Because I tell you something, think about it. We've been using the world's tactics for generations, marching and protesting, but it has not worked effectively. It just hasn't. So now it's time to do something really different. It's time to operate and activate the power and intelligence of the heart. Of the heart. We must individually activate the only true solution. And that is use our superhuman power of the heart. Because why? The heart represents love. And the love overcometh all things. So I hope you have a good day. Use your self-discipline to deny the world's narrative of what's going on out there. Only way we can change things is to change the energy that's surrounding everything. And God is more powerful than anything that's going on out there. And God has given us the instructions. Let's put our faith in what God says to do. It's been a pleasure being with you today. And in closing, I would like to thank Reverend Cheryl and Reverend Stacy for inviting me to be the giver of today's message. And during the days to come, during these unfamiliar and uncertain times, remember what is certain. Live the fruits of the Spirit. The fruits of the Spirit is love, peace, joy, happiness, self-control, patience, kindness. And above these things, there is no law. So, love overcometh all things. Love overcometh all things.